Welcome to How to Find the Settings on Your Digital SLR Camera with Capturing True Emotion. My name is Val Westover. Let's find the settings on the Nikon D7000. Here are the settings you need to know in order to have more control of your camera and your photography. Camera modes, ISO, aperture, shutter speed, metering mode, white balance, focus mode, autofocus point selection, drive mode, histogram, exposure compensation, and flash exposure compensation. Select a mode to shoot in by rotating the mode dial. To have more control of your exposure, select a more advanced mode such as program mode, aperture priority, shutter priority, or full manual mode. To change the ISO, push the ISO button, then adjust the main command dial. Your ISO selection can be seen in the control panel. To choose an aperture, select aperture priority or manual mode, then adjust the sub-command dial. Your F number, aperture selection, can be seen in the control panel. To choose a shutter speed, select shutter priority or manual mode, then adjust the main command dial. Your shutter speed selection can be seen in the control panel. To choose a metering method, push the metering mode button, then adjust the main command dial. Your metering pattern can be seen in the control panel. To choose a white balance, push the WB button, then adjust the sub-command dial. Your white balance selection can be seen in the control panel. To choose an autofocus mode, push the AF button, then adjust the main command dial. Your autofocus mode selection can be seen in the control panel. To choose an autofocus point, push the AF button and rotate the sub-command dial to choose either a dynamic area or single point. If you selected single point as your autofocus mode, as long as the camera is not locked, use the multi-selector to select the focus point in the viewfinder or the control panel. To choose a release mode, push the release mode dial lock release button and turn the release mode dial to the desired setting. To access the histogram, push the play button to access an image, then click the top or the bottom of the multi-selector until the histogram is displayed. In program mode, aperture priority, or shutter priority mode, the camera is in charge of achieving a correct exposure. If you intentionally want to over or underexpose your image, you can do so by pushing the exposure compensation button and adjusting the main command dial. Your selection can be seen in the control panel. If you want to power your flash up or down to increase or reduce the flash output, you can do so by pushing the flash exposure compensation button and adjusting the sub-command dial. Your selection can be seen in the control panel. To lock the camera's settings while in program mode, aperture priority, or shutter priority mode, you can do so by pushing the AEL button and holding the exposure button halfway down. Your camera settings will be locked. They won't change on you, and an AEL indicator will appear in the viewfinder.